You know that scene in Mad Max Fury Road? The one where the bikes are ripping across the desert and there's that lunatic strapped to a truck playing a flame-throwing guitar?
How could I forget? Man looked like he was running on octane and pure rage.
Exactly. That's how some of us feel after riding 100 kilometers on the stock classic 350 seat. No flame guitar needed, just a sore backside and a long ride home.
Mate, when I borrowed yours for that coke trip, my bum went from flesh to fossil. I thought about swapping seats with a bullock cart at one point.
Bro, you should have told me. I'd have thrown you my old gel pad. Not the prettiest thing, but does the job when you've got miles to chew.
Lesson learned, yeah? That's when I realized your seat isn't just about how it looks. It's about how your spine feels 2 hours in.
Couldn't agree more. That's what this episode's about. The seat. Not sexy, not shiny, but man, it makes or breaks your ride.
Especially on the Classic 350. It's built to cruise, sure, but the factory saddle, bit of a letdown for us long haulers.
Exactly. Some find it too soft, others think it's too high, and God help you if you're a shorter rider trying to flat foot at signals.
Or someone doing twisty roads. That seat isn't exactly sticky when you're shifting weight side to side.
So today, seat upgrade showdown. Touring seats versus low-profile customs. We are diving into what works, what hurts, and which one suits your ride style.
We'll get into the thick foam kings with gel inserts and also the sleek little numbers that make your Classic look like a cafe racer but feel like a church bench.
Yeah, man, Instagram-worthy but spine-wrecking. That's a category all by itself.
Mick, you just described half the bikes at a Sunday breakfast ride.
Fair enough. So yeah, we'll talk real rides, real mods, real comfort. No fluff, no brand worship. Just what works and what doesn't.
And a few hacks too for the budget riders out there. Foam pads, memory cushions, even that old yoga mat trick.
That yoga mat saved me back in college, I swear. Still owe it rent.
Let's not waste more time. You ready?
Born ready. This is Man Motorcycle Garage. Let's thump into it.
Alright, let me tell you where this obsession with seat upgrades began. Picture this. Peak summer. Me on the Classic 350, riding from Chennai to Yerkad. About 370 clicks give or take. I had just fitted a new tail bag, bike looked sharp, engine was smooth, mood was good. But 150 kilometers in, man, my back was doing its own remix of Metallica's Frantic. Every pothole felt like someone jabbed a screwdriver under my spine. And see the funny part? I never noticed the stock seat being bad before. City rides? No problem. Sunday breakfast runs? Chill. But that day with my knees slightly high and lower back sagging, I realized this seat wasn't built for me. It was built for the average rider, not the one who's doing 6-hour hauls with just one chai stop.
Oh, I know that pain. Mine was the Mumbai to Daman stretch. 1 hour in, I was already shifting my bum every 10 minutes. Like one cheek, then the other. Like doing yoga on 2 wheels.
Exactly. You start doing that awkward shuffle, hoping nobody behind notices you're basically trying to escape your own saddle. Now, after that Yerkad ride, I got serious. I tried the Royal Enfield touring seat first, the genuine one. It's got that extra foam, broader base, nice stitching, felt way better. I could feel my weight being more evenly distributed. No pressure points on the thighs and the back support, not bad at all.
That's the one with the gel layer, yeah?
Yup, subtle but makes a difference. And it doesn't mess with the bike's look too much either. Still keeps that classic vibe. Bit of a height increase, but if you're a taller guy like me, perfect.
What about the pillion seat? Did you change that too?
Yeah, later. But honestly, I rode solo most of the time back then. My pillion game was weak, mainly my cousin who always complained anyway.
Why does your bike feel like a rock, Adi?
Exactly, bro. So I gave in, added the pillion touring pad. She still complained, but it was a softer complaint. Now fast forward a year, I got into this minimalism phase. Saw some cafe builds on Instagram, got jealous, decided to give the low-profile custom seat a shot. Went to this guy in Erode who does tuck-and-roll stitching, leather finish, low foam.
Oh, I know that vibe. Makes the bike look meaner.
Very mean. Look like a pub-fight version of the Classic. But man, not made for my spine. First day I was like, wow, feels like a bobber. Third day I was like, why am I googling tailbone nerve damage at 11 p.m.?
Been there.
Look, if you're doing short rides, say 20 to 30 kilometers a day, it's fine. But highway stuff, forget it. That seat punished me more than my tuition teacher in class 10.
So, which one do you use now?
Touring, man, no contest. I still keep the low-profile one in the garage for show days, like those classic meetups, but 90% of the time, it's comfort over looks.
Same here. The right seat turns a 3-hour ride into something you actually enjoy instead of just endure.
Yup, and riders often forget it's not just about padding. It's about shape, thigh support, back angle, the whole geometry.
And if you get it wrong, no suspension in the world can save your lower back.
Spoken like a man who's done 300 kilometers on plywood.
Or worse, on a friend's Duke with aftermarket seat delete.
Oof, that's not even a seat, bro. That's just judgment wrapped in leather.
Accurate.
So yeah, lesson learnt. Pick your seat based on your ride style, not your Instagram filter.
And test ride if you can. Sit on a friend's modded bike, ask questions, your bum will thank you later.
And your back and your neck, basically your entire skeletal system.
Now that's what I call preventative maintenance.
Alright, since we're spilling seat stories, let me tell you about this ride I did in Himachal, mate. I borrowed this Interceptor that had one of those ultra low profile bench seats. Looked mint, diamond stage, tan leather single piece, total head turner.
Sounds classy.
Classy to look at, sure, but functionally felt like sitting on a bloody garden tile.
You're not supposed to feel the stitching, bro.
That's the thing. I felt everything. Every pebble, every pothole, every sneeze from the road below. By the time I got to Manali, I was walking like I'd ridden a rodeo bull.
Oh man, those roads ain't smooth either. That's torture.
Worst part, I had no backup. No gel pad, no memory foam, not even a towel. I ended up folding my hoodie and stuffing it under me for the rest of the trip.
Oh bro, we've all been there. Backpack has backrest, towel is cushion, pure desi solutions. You gotta do what you gotta do, yeah? But see, that's the takeaway. These low-profile custom seats, they look amazing. Leaner lines, better stance, makes your classic look like it's ready for a photo shoot. But if you actually ride, like a rider, they can be brutal.
Exactly. Great for city runs, coffee shop to home. 10-15 kilometers, you'll manage.
But weekend getaways, 200-kilometer hauls, that seat will ruin your vibe, man.
And if you're short, like 5'5" or under, then okay, low profile helps. Feet flat on the ground, easier at signals. But you've got to ask yourself, what's your priority? That's it right there. Know your ride pattern. Now for me, these days, I'm mixing it up. I've got a mid-rise touring seat with just a bit of contour. Foam is firm, but not spongy. No gel, but memory layer. It hits that sweet spot. Nice. You got it from Ari or aftermarket? I got it made from a guy in Pune. Hand-stitched, medium-density foam. Cost me around 3.5k. Not cheap, but totally worth it. That's the other side. Local custom guys can build you the perfect seat if you explain what you want. Yeah, but you gotta try that test seats, not just go by pics. Sit, feel, ride. Also, bro, pillion comfort is a whole thing. My aunt once rode pillion for a wedding ride. That day she told my mum, Adi's bike is not for humans.
Savage.
Had to upgrade both rider and pillion seats after that. Gel seat with split pillion plus backrest. Looks chunky, but now even my uncle volunteers to sit. And let's not forget grip. Some of these factory seats, especially older ones, are slippery. One hard brake and you're kissing your fuel tank. Bro, that's real. I used to slide forward every time I braked hard. Felt like a puppy on a marble floor. That's the image I didn't need. So yeah, for anyone listening, if your seat is not letting you forget about it during a ride, it's not the right seat. Yeah, comfort should be invisible. You only notice it when it's gone. That's the golden rule. Your bike should disappear beneath you. Let the ride be the focus, not your tailbone. And if you can't upgrade fully, start with hacks. Gel pads, memory cushions, heck, even inflatable ones now, right? And they're not expensive either. 1.5 to 2k and your rides become 10x smoother. And unlike seat replacements, these you can swap between bikes. Flexible, budget-friendly, and no tools needed. So stop suffering, folks. Your bum deserves better. Ride smart, not just stylish. Or if you're lucky, ride...
Alright, let's wrap this up clean. If you're still wondering which seat to go for, here's the real talk. First question, how do you ride? That's the deciding factor. Exactly. If you're clocking 40 plus kilometers a day or doing weekend rides over 100 clicks, don't even think twice. Go for the touring seat.
The thicker foam, better thigh support, and sometimes that gel insert. It's all about distributing weight properly. You'll thank yourself an hour into the ride.
Also, you sit into the seat rather than on top of it. Keeps you planted during those long highway stretches.
And if you're planning to add backrest or luggage rack behind, touring seat is the smarter base.
Now, if you're mostly doing city rides, quick hops between home and office, or just modding for looks, low-profile seats have the charm.
Makes the Classic look leaner, tighter stance, and helps shorter riders get both feet down.
But don't expect magic. That style-first saddle might turn onlookers' heads, but it won't save your head when you hit a bump at 60.
Yeah, looks like a bobber, feels like a brick.
Nailed it. And here's a middle path. If you're not ready for a full seat swap, try accessory add-ons.
Gel pads with anti-slip base, memory foam cushions, even inflatable seat pads like the ones tourers use in Ladakh. They cost between rupees 1500 to 2500 and they can go on or off depending on the ride. Super useful if you're riding multiple bikes too. Oh, and another thing, custom builders. Don't underestimate them. Some local guys do better work than big brands, especially if you explain your body type and ride pattern, right? I once saw a Classic with a stitched seat that had contouring better than my car's front seats. Cost him rupees 3000, took 4 days.
That's value. But test it if you can. Sit on it, bounce once or twice, you'll know instantly if it's for you.
Also, don't forget pillion comfort, yeah? You might be comfy, but if your co-rider's dying at the back, your peaceful ride turns into a complaint hotline.
True. Always test the full setup, front and back before locking it in.
Final verdict, touring seat if comfort matters more. Low profile seat if you're chasing style and short distances.
And if you're somewhere in between, experiment, mix and match, ride, repeat.
Your Classic 350 deserves more than just a pretty seat. It deserves one that helps you ride more.
And let's be honest, when the seat feels right, everything else just clicks.
You ride longer, you stop less, you smile more.
That's the goal. That and not walking like a cowboy after every ride. Well said.
You know, we talk a lot about horsepower, torque, chrome bits and all that. But comfort's the silent hero, da. You don't notice it till it's gone. And by then, it's too late. Your back's busted, your knees are moaning, and your ride feels like punishment.
That's why the old riders always said, take care of your bike's saddle and it'll take care of your soul.
Sounds poetic, bro, but accurate. A good seat is like a good friend. You lean on it, trust it, and it never lets you down mid-journey. And if it does let you down, well, you probably bought it online without testing it. Guilty. Look, whether you're touring across states or just thumping to the chai shop and back, ride in a way that your body still loves riding 10 years from now.
Because bikes come and go, but back pain, that sticks around like your aunt's WhatsApp forwards.
Too real, man. So that's it from us today. Find your comfort, find your groove, and don't compromise on your seat. It's the one part of the bike you never stop touching.
We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, ride safe, ride long, and sit proud.
And remember, no seat upgrade ever cost more than a chiropractor.
Peace out, thumpers.
This is Man Motorcycle Garage signing off.